Hello. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank y'all so much for joining today. Today I wanted to speak on a very different topic. So, I know that we live in the age in the world where everything is all about, self work, it's all about self healing, it's all about self care, all these self, which is very important. But I think that it's also important to realize that we are not in this world by ourselves, that we need other people in this world so that we can dwell, so that we can help each other grow and elevate. And I think that it's important to understand that your feelings and your opinion is not the only thing that matters. And how you process things is different than how other people process things. And this is something that I am personally learning myself because I think it's easy to, get mad at somebody for not understanding them completely or for feeling like they should act this kind of way when you act this kind of way, yada, yada, yada. But the reality of the situation is we're different and we're going to think different, we're going to act differently, we're going to process things differently, but we have to learn to understand each other because we have to live together. And I know for me, one thing that I'm working on is in my friendships, relationships, different things like that, is understanding that, okay, just because I feel like, a situation should be handled this way and they feel like it should be handled this way, it doesn't make neither one of us right or wrong. We're just different. And just taking it upon myself to really try to understand someone and learn someone and kind of step back and like, okay, this is not about Brianna in this moment. How can I help? How can I try to get it? And I think that we need more grace for each other because we all make mistakes. We all fall short. We all do things that we shouldn't do, no matter how good you are, no matter how smart you are, no matter what you have. We all do that. So we have to learn to have grace for our friends, for our family members, because we need it. We all want it. So we have to be willing to give it out. And I know for me, it's hard because I think that we hold high expectations for those that are around us, and we feel like, that they should be, I feel like we kind of feel like people should be perfect without saying they should be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that we have this big expectation and this big, like, okay, I feel like they should do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or I feel like they should already know this without properly communicating. And communication is key in any type of relationship. And that's what I myself am learning. When I'm talking to y'all, I am learning this and going through this myself. And so, but yeah, communication is so major and it's so important because if you don't learn how to communicate with other people, whether it's business, relationships, friendships, brother, sister, relation, whatever, it's not going to work. And that's what we have to work on as people, is truly learning to communicate effectively, learning to communicate healthily, learning to understand it's not always about us. And I think that if we go into relationships with that type of approach, I think that they will become more successful, because a lot of times we get so defensive when things are different or when things happen that we don't agree with, because we're coming from our own stance. We're coming from, okay, I feel like this situation should be handled da da da, instead of like, okay, so why did you feel this way? Like, what made you react this way? What made you say that? And I think it is difficult. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and act like it's easy, but I think that is something that we definitely have to start implementing. Okay, if we're doing all this self work and self care and all these great things, we also have to understand that, okay, we have to be able to apply that to other people and to those around us and to help them, because as you're going on your personal journey and doing what you have to do, you should be able to have a positive influence on those around you. If the people around you are not changing, if they're not seeing your change, if they're not like, wow, like, then something's wrong. Because when you're truly doing the work, you're going to be people around you are going to be able to see it without you having to say anything differently. So I just wanted to leave y'all with that nugget that y'all, it's really not all about us. We're important, but we don't live in this world by ourselves. And how other people feel, how other people, understand things is important too. And we have to do a better job of truly taking the time to understand other people and understand that what they have to say matters, how they feels matters, and we have to do what we have to do to understand it, because we all deserve to be loved. We all deserve to be understood. We don't have to agree. I never said we have to agree, but we have to be willing to try to understand, because when we really understand how someone thinks in their process, it helps us to understand them better overall, and it just makes everything flow better. Okay, so I pray that y'all have a great day and go out there, y'all, and try to understand people, try to love on people, and truly get the full understanding of who a person is. Have a good day. Talk to y'all soon.